Well, they finally opened up the scuba diving here at Ginnie Springs, but most of them you have to be pretty much a certified cave diver. I think we're gonna head over to the Blue Grotto. It's about an hour away, and try to do some light cave diving, cavern diving. So here's the dive profile. We're going to start up on the box, and then at 35 feet is a platform. So we'll enter the cave. There's an air bell that you can go up in, but I think they said it's being renovated. You might be able to go in it, you just have to breathe out of your own regulator. We probably won't go any further than this, because this is where you need to be an advanced certified cave diver. We haven't done a whole lot of diving by ourselves, but this is going to make us become more self-proficient. We just got our dive gear set up. All right, we're all loaded up. We're gonna go find a picnic table and put our weights in our BCs, and then probably walk around and look a little bit. And it's hot. It's gonna be good to get in the water. So this is one of the most premier cave diving sites and training centers in northern Florida. Looks like we're lucky there's not a lot of people here today. You know how to use a light?
Yep. First thing.
Oh my god, it's hot. As I mentioned at the start of the video, we were going to scuba dive at Ginnie Springs, but it was closed most of the time we stayed there. And for the best diving there, you really need to be cave certified. Plus, there were a lot of crowds. We decided to come here to the Blue Grotto, and it is set up perfectly for dive training. It gives you a fairly safe introduction to cave diving. Technically, if you can always see the cave entrance, it's referred to as cavern diving. The first time Shannon and I went cavern diving was a very long time ago in the cenotes in Mexico. It was supposed to be cavern diving, but seemed a lot more like cave diving. I'll show you a little bit of diving in the cenotes here in a minute, so don't go anywhere. Unfortunately, I don't think my GoPro is picking up the best video down here. They don't work quite as well in low light conditions, and all we have are small flashlights. And it's starting to get a little dark. Shannon and I are going to head down to about 50 feet and then turn around at the sign. So this sign basically says, turn the heck around. It says over 300 divers have died in caves just like this one. Since we aren't certified cave divers and don't want to die, we turned around. I will say, of all the skydiving, bungee jumping, hiking, mountain biking, off-roading, and swimming with sharks that we do, this is probably the most dangerous of all of them. Diving here at the Blue Grotto has some cool things to see. The training platform, the air bell you can go up in, some interesting artifacts, and resident turtles. Specifically, Miss Virgil and Turbo. So I'm gonna head up a little bit and pop my head into that air bell. Since they're not pumping in fresh oxygen right now, I have to leave my regulator in. So these are not for the claustrophobic. The only other big air chamber we have experienced underwater was on a wreck dive in Grenada. Alright, time to head closer to the surface and swim around there just a bit. We still have plenty of oxygen. Maybe we'll see Miss Virgil. Well, we didn't see Miss Virgil, but we did see a turtle. It's possible it was Turbo, but I can't be sure. Well, we survived. It's pretty cool little cavern diving, a little light cave diving. Certainly not as crazy as anything we did in the cenotes in Mexico. That was really scary. This was just about the right pace. Look how old this footage is. It's from 2004. That's almost 20 years ago. A few of our very first dives were cave and cavern dives. I don't recommend starting with these kinds of dives. So we dove several different cenotes. One of these was the cenote Taj Mahal, inspired by the famous mausoleum in India. Ha is the Mayan word for water. Wow, look at us. Shannon is as cute as ever, and look how not fat I am. And those are quite the sideburns. At least I didn't still have my mullet. The cenotes here did have a lot of cool stalactites and stalagmites and other cool cave formations. But the coolest thing was the light shining through the openings when you weren't in pitch darkness, and haloclines. You will see those in a second. So here is a halocline. See the separation between the fresh and salt water? It's very distinct. Haloclines are where large amounts of fresh water and salt water combine. They form a very visible layer. This footage is definitely old, but I hope you get an idea of just how awesome it is to dive in these cenotes. I mean, you basically just drive out to the jungle and hop in a hole. I'd definitely come back here. This place is really nice. People are really friendly. Equipment was new. Good restrooms, showers, places to take your time, set up. Definitely check out the Blue Grotto if you're into scuba diving and in Florida, North Central Florida.